It was a quiet morning by the sea. The sun was slowly rising, painting the sky with soft colors of orange and gold. The waves moved gently, touching the shore with a peaceful rhythm. Birds flew across the sky, calling to one another in the cool morning breeze. On the beach sat a fisherman beside his small wooden boat. He was repairing his fishing net and humming a slow, happy tune. His clothes were simple and his face looked calm and content. He had already been to the sea early in the morning and caught enough fish for his family. Now he was enjoying the fresh air and the beauty of nature. As he worked quietly, he saw a man walking along the beach. The man was wearing a clean white shirt, dark sunglasses, and shiny shoes. He looked like someone from the city, maybe a businessman or a tourist. The visitor smiled and said, "Good morning. You seem very relaxed. Don't you have more work to do?" The fisherman smiled back and replied gently, "Good morning, sir. I've already finished my work. I caught enough fish for today. Now I'm resting and enjoying the morning." The visitor looked surprised. "That's it? You're finished already? If you worked longer, you could catch more fish and earn more money." The fisherman tilted his head slightly and asked, "And what would I do with that extra money, sir?" The visitor replied eagerly, "With more money, you could buy a bigger boat. Then you could hire workers and catch even more fish. After that, you could open your own company, sell fish to big markets, and become rich." The fisherman listened quietly with a gentle smile on his face. "And what will I do after becoming rich?" he asked softly. The visitor smiled proudly and said, "Then you can retire early. You can spend your days by the sea, relax with your family, and live peacefully." The fisherman laughed softly and said, "But sir, that's exactly what I'm doing right now." The visitor stopped speaking. For a few moments he stood in silence. He looked around and realized how beautiful everything was. The sound of the sea, the soft wind, and the golden light on the water. He understood suddenly that the fisherman was already living the peaceful life that he himself was still chasing. He felt something deep inside, a kind of peace he hadn't felt in years. The fisherman looked at him kindly and said, "You see, sir, true wealth isn't about having more. It's about being content with what we have. Some people are so busy trying to live that they forget to enjoy living." The visitor smiled quietly. He shook the fisherman's hand and said, "Thank you, my friend. You've taught me something very important today." Then he walked away slowly along the beach. The sand was warm under his feet and the sound of waves followed him like music. He felt lighter, calmer, and happier than before. The fisherman stood up, picked up his basket of fish, and started walking home. The sun was setting now, painting the sea in shades of red and orange. He smiled peacefully, knowing that life was simple, and that simplicity itself was a blessing. That evening, both men went to sleep in peace, one because he already knew the meaning of happiness, and the other because he had just discovered it. A moral of the story: happiness doesn't come from getting more. It comes from appreciating what we already have. True peace lives in a grateful heart. If you like this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mr. English Master. Learn English with powerful stories that inspire your heart and grow your mind. See you in the next story, with new thoughts, new lessons, and new motivation. Until then, stay calm, stay thankful, and stay learning.